Hello, hello, GH Daily Recap fans, General Hospital fans. This is my daily recap for Monday, June the 27th, 2022. This was a good episode today. I could tell this is going to be a great week for General Hospital. I was actually, kind of happy with the action that went on or the scenes that went on today. Kind of boring with Brooklyn and Chase. He tells her he's suspended pretty much indefinitely until there's a review by a civilian board, which we know ultimately in the end, probably another 6 months from now, Chase will be reinstated, but he's got to get away from Brooklyn. I mean, she comes up with all these ideas that won't work to get him out of it. That's goes against his grain. I was really kind of bored listening to her saying, I'll fix it. I'll go to Link. I will sign with him. I'll write new songs for him. Anything so that, he'll recant his statement and you can be back on the force. That's what's important to me. Was it really? Because he told her, listen, just stay away from Link. He owns the songs. I mean, there's really nothing you could do. But oh no, there's nothing more important than my songs. She could care less about Chase. But now it's looking, oh no, all because of me. Brooklyn. So that was the back and forth between the two of them. The aftermath of Ned's voting against Michael and Drew happened today. Valentine is gloating as he should. And Michael and Drew couldn't wait to kind of tear into Ned. And he's saying, well, Michael, you only wanted this for selfish reasons, which I didn't understand why he was saying that to Michael. And Drew said, wait, why are you just targeting Michael? I was the one that wanted the merger, with Ned's urging. And Valentine ended up naming Ned the chairman of the board. The chairman of the board. So he does have some decision making with EOQ, but ultimately it's the CEO that does all the day-to-day running. The chairman of the board is really only enacted if there's a board meeting. I mean, okay, Ned, don't know what you're going with that, why that's so good for you, but anyway, we shall see. Olivia at the end, her and Brooklyn come in and that she's congratulating Ned. Because he said, he's chairman of the board of ELQ. So she's thinking Michael and Drew must have named him that. And no, Drew says, yeah, he's Valentine Cassadine's, right-hand man. And Olivia's looking like, wait, what? You did what? And Brooklyn's like, wait a minute. You sided with Valentine? I faked a pregnancy to get my voting shares back, to get the company back in the family hands, because you pretty much disowned me, wouldn't talk to me for how long? And you turned around and left it in Valentine's hands. Brooklyn was like, she couldn't believe it. And Olivia is like, what did you do? Because everybody's heard, well, not everybody, but Olivia, Bobby, Jocelyn, Michael, Drew heard Carly's gushing over. She is an investor. She's a major investor in Aurora. Well, guess what happened? I'm going to tell you that in a minute because I want to finish up with what happened with Aurora. But Sonny and Dex go to the garage for Brando to work on Sonny's classic car. And Sonny pretty much tells Brando, he wants him to get along with Dex because he's teaching Dex the ropes. And Dex was overzealous, trying to prove himself. And, just give him a chance. I was overzealous when I was young, too. So Brando's like, yeah, okay, Uncle Sonny. Cousin Sonny. He doesn't call him Cousin Sonny, but okay, Sonny. And Dex comes in later and tries to extend an olive branch to his hand. Let's do a redo. Let's bury the hatchet between us. You know, we all want what's best for Sonny. So then Brando does shake his hand reluctantly, but he shakes Dex's hand, and Dex gets the phone call, and he goes, "Oh, it's the boss calling." So he turns, and Brando says, "Well, I'm going to go out and check on the classic car to see what it needs." And he goes, "Yes, boss." And of course, it's Michael on the other end, you know, pretty much saying, "Okay, now I'm getting ready to give, you know, the Sonny project his full attention," because we all know Michael, you know, now he's going to turn his disappointment and anger from the ELQ situation right on against his father, against Sonny. So now back to Carly. Carly's gloating. She has Jocelyn and Bobby at the Metro Court. You know, they're having their private little area where they're having their lunch by this outdoor fireplace. And Bobby is talking about, you know, how far they've come. And, you know, we're sitting in your hotel, Carly, which Carly has had that hotel probably for 10 years now, you know, and now Bobby is saying, "Oh, we're sitting here. You own your own hotel." And she's so proud of her. And they had a really great mother, daughter, granddaughter, you know, talking moment. And Carly's stockbroker calls. And she goes, "Oh, it's my stockbroker. He's probably calling to, you know, congratulate me, but it's not as important as this meeting." Well, we all know what the stockbroker was calling to tell her. Oops. Okay, so she doesn't answer the phone. And then Bobby leaves, and then later Jocelyn leaves. And Carly was getting ready to text Drew, and he shows up. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, how did the meeting go? How did it go? You know, I was just about to text you." And so he tells her, "That's why I'm here. Because it didn't go, you didn't answer your stockbroker's call." And he says, "No." And he goes, "We didn't get the merger." And that's Carly's face right there, like, "Wait, what? You wait, huh?" You know, what is it? Wait a minute. So we're going to get the rest of her reaction tomorrow, because she's a major shareholder and her stock is going to be probably worth way less than when she bought it. She is not going to have the money to buy her half of the Metro Court back, but we could see that writing coming. We could see it coming. And what else was really, really weird? So Nina shows up at the Metro Court pool top, you know, the outdoor rooftop pool. And Olivia goes over there, and this is before she goes home and finds out what Ned did. She goes over to Nina and says, "What are you doing here? There are other pools in town. You know what? You leave right now. You're just trying to stick it to Carly. That's all you're doing. You're trying to stick it to Carly, and you can just leave. Of all the places you came here, you know, you came here." And my whole thing is, okay, Sonny's been back how long? Long time now. Nina, like Nina says, "My offices are here. I have meetings in your restaurant constantly, and you're trying to say I can't come up to the pool." And in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, this is an interesting, you know, confrontation where Olivia's concerned. But you know what? I'm hoping my prediction that is Nina that has that shit, that corporation that nobody's heard of before, and she's now going to be part owner in it. And one reason that I think that could happen is because Carly is not kicked Nina out, but she has alluded to that she does have the power, if she wanted, to cancel Nina's lease, and Nina would be, you know, out. Well, Nina could have a while ago told her real estate broker that if any shares of the Metro Court or any parts of that go up for sale, let me know, because I want in. I want to buy it. Nina has the money. She has the money to do it, right? So I'm hoping that they write it that way, because Carly would be just fit to be tied if that happened. But then what was really interesting is, okay, Willow, Michael says, "Why don't you go to the Metro Court sit by the pool, relax, because we got to finish up business here. And I'd really rather you not be here for this, you know, kind of unpleasantness they knew they were going to have to go through with Ned. So she leaves. But when she arrives to the Metro Court, you know, at the pool, she looked like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on with your eye? She looked like a vampire. I was like, okay, and she is a nursing student. She didn't even look at herself and say, whoa, I better get to the nearest hospital. Because when Sasha took one look at her and Nina looked at her, they were kind of like, what's wrong with her? You know, and Sasha's like, you don't look well. I need to take you to GH. You need to sit down right now. And Nina's like, look, get this girl some lemonade, because she looked like death just warmed over. I'm telling you, they're escalating her illness, okay? That only her mama's gonna be able to save her. So she was just saying, kind of out of breath as she's talking, that, oh, no, you know, it was just a rough day, you know, meeting at the Quartermains. And but anyway, she didn't want to get into it too much, but she sure did say, didn't go well for Michael. And she said, I bet you love that, Nina. And she's getting out of breath. And so Sonny shows up rooftop, because that's where he was going to also meet Nina, I guess. Sasha invited him too. How did he know she was there? But anyway, so Willow is kind of out of breath, and Sonny's like, well, what's going on with Michael? And she's like, if you want to know what's going on with Michael, you ask Michael yourself. And she's getting ready to faint. And of course, she turns her back to him. Perfect setup to faint and fall right back into his arms. I said, well, that was a perfect camera setup for that, because I actually thought she was going to fall into the pool, because she was teetering right there on the edge, kind of by where the pool was. But no, they had her fall right into Sonny's eyes and Sonny's kind of arms. And he's kind of like, whoa, what is happening here? So tomorrow we can tell Willow's gonna be rushed to GH. And I think this is going to be now the beginning of this illness that they're going to have an onset with Willow. So it was a pretty good show today. I mean, it kept going, it kept moving. I was really happy with it. So please tell me your comments on today's show. What was your favorite scene? What did you like the most from GH today? Let me hear what your comments are. I'm going to wrap this up with talking about a few comments from fellow GH fans like myself. This one is from Annette, and she said she always thought that Victor was the unnamed daddy. She called her Miss Evil, but we know she's talking about Esme. She thought Victor could have been the dad, but you know, all along they did kind of say from the very beginning it was Ryan Chamberlain. And then Annette brought up another point that I hadn't thought about. She said, whatever happened to ancestry DNA? Remember, Spencer got Esme's DNA. Now, did I miss it where he sent it off somewhere? I remember when Britt refused to have the test done for Spencer and he went off on her, but I didn't know. Did he send it anywhere else? Because the next thing I remember is him asking his uncle Victor to help him find out who Esme's parents really are. So that's going to be interesting to see when Victor's going to come back with some results on that. And then Sandy, she also agreed with me that Carly made a huge mistake, and boy, did we find out today. And she also said she wouldn't be surprised if Sneaky Nina is the one who now owns the Metro Court. And with Willow's illness is where Carly's going to have to say who her bio mother is. But and then she also brought up the point that, hey, remember Ned tried to get a compromise from Michael and Drew and they refused to work with him. And she also doesn't like Cody there. There's something sneaky about him. I'm with you with Cody's concern. I don't like that Cody. But anyway, And then this chemo beauty, she had a comment where she said, yes, she agreed with me. Britt looked very sweaty on Friday's episode. I mean, it's like some kind of onset of something here. And she was guessing Willow's not pregnant. She thinks it's going to be some kind of illness where she's going to need her mother's help. Yeah. She also agrees that Chase needs to get clean away from Brooklyn because she's going to do nothing but drag him down. I agree. And then she says, but he understands his attraction because they got really close when they were raising baby Louise together. Yes, they sure did. And she made a point, an interesting point, and I kind of felt that way too. She always wanted to see Chase and Maxie together. Remember, after Nathan was killed, a month or two after, not even a month or two, about a month, they brought Chase in as a detective to take Nathan's spot. Remember, Dante was kind of balking that Chase was now going to be his partner sitting across at Nathan's desk. And I thought, okay, Chase was handsome. I said, is this who they're going to bring for Maxie? But they never did, kind of write that storyline that way with Chase and Maxie. But Chase and Nathan, to me, their core values are a lot alike. They are a lot alike. So thank you for your comments. Please give me some comments. I can't share them all, but I will definitely share as many as I can. And, I love reading the comments as well. It's like I said, to me, it's like talking about my favorite soap, which is General Hospital, amongst friends. So thank you for your comments. Please like this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and ring the bell so that you can also get alerts. So I will see you tomorrow for the next GH recap, daily recap, and that will be for Tuesday.